Hi guys and girls, it's Clinker here from Just Great Tracks Promotional Agency. We're here in the studio office in Melbourne and I'm delighted to have the honour of interviewing Luke McD. Electro, house, funk, disco and tech DJ to name a few, this DJ festival performer and man of many talents is an institution within the Melbourne scene. With a long historic and current presence at the Vineyard, where he's most famous for being able to be seen, this is just one medium-sized drop in the ocean compared to the many festival appearances, including those down at the docks, to other renowned historic and current presences at the Lounge on Swanson and Revolver on Chapel, and now more recently St Martin's Place and Summer Series in Pawn & Co, where he's been seen. Welcome Luke McD, how are you?
I'm great, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming out. So if I go back a while now, say 15 to 20 years, I remember you being in the scene and an inspiration in the scene to me. Funk, disco, electro and house was how I was hearing you then. And can you tell me a little bit more about your music back then? What influenced you, the music that moved you, and where it sits with you still today?
Sure, so my early days in the rave scene would have been sort of Hardware 5 down at the docks. I was DJing in small bars and clubs at that time, and going to St Filter on a Wednesday night at the Lounge. So that was listening to Mad Ride and Rude Boys. So they were some of my early influences for sure.
Excellent. So where do you find yourself playing more today in the Melbourne scene? What are the types of tracks that are influencing you now?
These days it's obviously the techno sound's made a fair comeback, but I'm more on the house tip. But again, it just depends where I am and who's in front of me. You know, you've got to play to the crowd and the time of day, depending on where you are and who's listening. Make sure it always fits in. So yeah, I'm influenced more by that than any particular type of music.
Excellent. And if we were a fly on the wall at, say, your home, what would you be listening to there? And does your little prodigy at home, DJ Archie, get a pick?
Yeah, sure. I've got my wall of records, and Archie will just go and choose one that's got a nice coloured label or a picture on it that he likes and put it on, and suddenly I'm listening to something I haven't heard for 10 years plus, so that's always interesting. Otherwise, myself, I'll be listening to something a little bit more downbeat at home, some soul, something that sort of is a bit more chilled, because obviously when you're out and about, it's a bit more to the floor. So.
And what is next and upcoming for you, Melbourne? Will you see you playing more at the likes with the Trust Crew again, or at, say, St Martin's Place, Summer Series or Pawn & Co, where you've been recently? What's next?
Yeah, sure. I've been fortunate to play some great gigs lately, probably because less is more. I'm not doing the 10 gigs a week like I used to. I'm sort of picking my gigs and looking forward to every single one of them. So, for example, this week it's Super Flu with the likes of you crew, and looking forward to the festival season. Obviously, still down at Vineyard on a regular basis. 161 and my Revolver sets are great fun. Glamorama. So yeah, some great gigs, and I'm really still enjoying it. Just obviously doing a little bit less, but less is more.
Excellent. We look forward to catching you out there again soon. So can you tell me, what is something special about the mix you've done for us today, the producers you've chosen to select, and many of the other ones that you've done for other mixes too? What are the influences for more recent sets you've done?
Sure, the set I've done is more of a late night set, Saturday night we'd call it, I suppose, so it's something to get you up and going for the night. I'm more influenced by what I hear than by who's it written by, so it's about the sound, and it's sort of more tech based and a little bit of funkier bass lines, sort of tech house stuff. A little lighter on the vocals than I usually would be, but yeah, looking forward to seeing what people think.
And finally, can you tell me what challenges you the most behind the decks these days?
Oh, look, keeping up with the young kids and staying up all night, to be honest. Music evolves constantly. It seems to be back at a place where I've always liked it, so I'm really happy with where dance music's at the moment. I feel like I fit in. I've always managed to in some way or other, but more so than ever, and I'm really excited about that and look forward to doing it for many more years.
Well, thank you, Luke, for this quick chat with us. It's been nice, so we look forward to hearing your mix that you've done for us now and seeing you out and about in Melbourne this summer and beyond. Thank you for listening all, and we'll